Hello. Hi, everyone. Or really just no one yet. Um, Welcome back. I took a bit of a week off from streaming. Had a little bit of a family event. I had a little bit of a family event that I formed a part of, and I really enjoyed it. I had my cousin come down and visit, and give me this news that he's gonna be a dad, which is just great. Love that for him. Let's see, what else did I do? So yeah, I hung out with him for quite a while. Let's go into intermission, actually. Again, for this, I'm still working. So I don't know if I want to just do the bald character, give her just some random clothing for it to follow or something. Um, but essentially, yeah, I might just start with a bald model just to start off with something, because I'm feeling a little feeling a little naked without having something to show you guys while I speak. It feels weird. Also feels like I really won't make any progress if it's just my voice. Although I think I quite like my voice. I wouldn't say it's disagreeable. If somebody finds this and thinks my voice is disagreeable, I'm sorry. Cannot change it. Will not. Best I can do is find somebody that'll teach me how to properly set up a mic to sound professional and shit. And if I need a better mic, well, somebody better cough up some money, because I ain't got none. I'm broke, baby. So yeah. However, today, what I want to do today, I started. So I run this D&D campaign, and I've recently acquired a program called Wonderdraft. It's a fantastic program. I'm really enjoying it. Essentially, I'm using it to make world maps for my players. Right now, I'm working on making a continent for my players, a world that they are playing in. And yeah, that is what we're going to be focusing on today. Just setting out terrain, getting quick landmarks and stuff like that for them to do, and then we'll take it over to Foundry, which is where we play. And I don't think they should not be watching. If by some chance they do see this, please don't tell me. And don't metagame, please. I don't like metagaming. But yeah, essentially, I'll be transferring it over to Foundry, doing some notes, doing some linking with essentially some button things that'll open up a journal, and voila, you have notes on the place that you're clicking. And yeah, I plan on doing that for today. So why don't we go ahead and transition over to our workstation. Love it. Oh, forgot it didn't have the checkbox in there. Have it there. Sorry, give me 1 second, just updating. There we go. Maybe we'll just do it live. Fuck it, we're doing it live. Fuck it. I love that clip. Do we want it there? I don't know, man. Like, I don't get. Yeah, we'll put it here. And we'll leave it there. Bottom, yeah. And then we'll have my face. Whenever it does happen, we'll put it here. But yeah, essentially, that is what we are going to be doing. So far, this is what I got. So this is the continent, right? My players are currently. How can I do this? Yeah, we'll do this. Or, you guys can see my character's available. My players are currently in this sort of area, right? I think right now they're somewhere over here, in a little town. Like they're actually no, they just left the town, so they're within the forest, somewhere in this area. There's another map that I can show you guys afterwards. It's like a little. This area is like sectored into different parts to just sort of denote travel throughout the areas. But yeah, so this is where they are. It's called the Grimhill. The Grimhill is it's a domain, which is a part of it's a hag domain, which is part of the overall forest, which I've named the Strata Forest. The Strata denotes the hag domains, which are these four little parts right here. The Druid domain, which is this entire half over here. This neutral zone, which is the largest zone, which is essentially, just as close as a regular forest can get. There's some environmental stuff that'll still sort of fuck with adventures and shit. That's the idea anyway. But there's nothing super magical in here. Not really. Very rarely. And then up here, as part of the Strata, is the north. We are not going to be touching this since it's supposed to be unexplored. The whole idea is that this is a sectored off part of the world. And so yeah, that is the basic idea for the Strata. And so what I want to do is I want to determine let me actually give me 1 second. I sort of have to do a little some. There we go. Yeah, a little better. I like that. Sorry, just doing a little microphone finagling. Anyway, where was I? Oh, yeah. So essentially, this I want to like get different areas and their environments. Like this is all forested area, right? This is supposed to be more. It's just black. It's like more marshland. This is supposed to be like a black hag, more like necromancy and shit like that. This is like ice is really cold up here. There's a little bit of a green patch, which is sort of a buffer area. I'll explain different areas as we go along. And then we got the Grimhill, which is all plants. There is absolutely no wildlife. There's nothing of flesh and blood in here that is natural to this environment, right? If you're in here and you're a flesh and blood, you're the only thing that of flesh and blood in there, and you should expect to die and get eaten, devoured, be made into compost. And then here, it's I forget what it's called. It's the Emberhold. Sorry, the Emberhold. It's controlled by a red hag. She essentially this is essentially a hunting ground. The opposite of the Grimhill, where the Grimhill is all plants. Here, everything that wants to kill you is a creature of flesh and blood. Creature, monster, anything that moves, but primarily creatures. They're there to hunt. That's all this place is. It's just monster fest. And so yeah, I decided to. I have an original map that I made. Let me see. Let me. Do that, and then I guess we'll just screen capture instead of doing the thing. So this is like the original map. This wasn't normally a river, but I kind of like the idea of having a large sort of river coming in here, almost bisecting the entire continent. So I made that little adjustment, but overall, yeah, it's essentially this, and then there's more dukedoms down here. Okay, let me go back to what I had it because I prefer that. Right here. Cool. And yeah, so that's that. If you notice that I've got these like blue lines running across, these are like self-explanatory, I guess, but just to keep on talking to myself because I'm definitely not crazy. It's essentially just river lines, just water markings of where water flows through. I might cut through here, I'm not sure. And then these are essentially the two biggest lakes on the continent. Obviously everything else is ocean, but this lake is extremely special and highly devoted to by the Druids. And down here, this area, so what is this, I guess, state, this territory, and these little branching like hand thingy-mabob, this is essentially the capital. These are like the capital states, right? Each governed by the imperial family. And the empire, the whole thing is the Luminoa Empire. Let me see. I had a thing. I know there's nobody watching, but I'd rather like to think you are. I hope people. Yeah, Luminoa Empire. I need to transfer some stuff over. I have a bunch of notes, and I am super bad because I'm always constantly like I'm coming up with ideas. I'm going to like different writings and shit, right? And I am just constantly making shit up that probably isn't going to really help me in in my player stuff, but down the line it should all come together and it overwhelm me 100%. And but yeah, so this is essentially, and this right here is like the main, this is where the emperor is, and like any offspring and or governing lineage are governing these areas right here. As sort of in the name of the empire, they're essentially delegated to these areas to learn to govern. The children are essentially delegated to these different areas here, each with their own difficulties and such. Just because a couple of them are smaller does not mean that they are not equally as challenging in their ruling. And yeah, all of it to one day, once the emperor passes, select a worthy successor to take over the throne. That is the main idea. And then here is, obviously just taken care of. Down here is supposed to be like Badlands and shit like that. Over here as well, like different, anything that is, so from all this, anything on the main, this is empire stuff, right? Even this little outpost over here. However, this down here, this is Badlands. This is like essentially Mad Max kind of deal, where it's a bunch of nomadic tribes and stuff that have kept their sovereignty. There are times when people from different areas of here try to move up and do their best to take over, but not successfully. Most of any conflict outside of the main continent come from these isles over here, or just like Viking like people over here, just constantly doing raids and shit. They live for it. Like the people out here specifically live for war. They live to cause chaos. And yeah, it's just different, a bunch of different stuff that I like. Over here in this little part over here, this is its own separate. I guess you can call it a mini continent as well. Uh, how this area is specifically governed by the Academy, which is a school. It is the school of Arcana. It is essentially the closest thing to a neutral zone that exists in this world in terms for political power. I'm actually going to change this music. Let's go for... Let's stick to pop and electro, maybe. Yeah, and then we'll lower it a little bit to 20. If anybody ever does come in here, I hope the volume is just fine for you guys. But yeah, that is that. If somebody comes in here and it's like, it's too fucking low, great. We got somebody in here that's telling us it's too fucking low. Great, I'll adjust it for you. But yeah, where was I? Yeah, so essentially this is more of like a sovereign sort of self-governing continent. People from all over, like the people from over here, down here, like everywhere, they're all welcome here. And they managed to maintain this because of their so like well fortified defenses and power. I'm not gonna spoil anything just in case anybody in my group actually sees this, which I doubt. But so essentially the Grandmaster here is said to be on par in power to the head of the Druids and the Emperor, whoever is to reign, as the title of Emperor isn't just ceremonial. There is actual, there's some scaling to having the honor of becoming the next emperor. These people, the imperial family, just simply has the best chances. But should anybody rise up, they can fucking take over and like lay claim. At the end of the day, it's as close to meritocracy as the empire can allow. But obviously, no one's just gonna give everybody a fair shake. Like the empire, the imperial family, they're making sure they stay on top, right? It's a meritocracy, but 100%, we are gonna make sure we have the best odds, and you don't. And so that's how that works. So yeah, let's see. Let's go ahead and do some painting. So I'm thinking of doing some, let's see. Up here, there's definitely going to be some mountain ranges. Might have, let's see. Here, we might put different types of, sorry, just adjusting. Still getting used to this mic setup and how I want to sort of lay myself bare in my own room. I don't really want to fuck with this area too much. I'm not sure. I am not a topography map guy, but I will do my best. We can have like little patches of shit, right? Oh shit. Brush opacity. Get the velocity down a bit as well. Maybe not directly in the water. Maybe there's like a bit of mountain ranges around this area. Go. Da, 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 da. little bit of coloration to the surrounding areas. Maybe a little more over here, actually. Ba-da-ba. And so yeah, we're just gonna be doing this for the foreseeable future. For today's stream, actually, we'll do this for today. Just because I want to have a little fun with it. I want to actually have some prep for my players. But other than that, I think today has just been a whole lot on the news as well. My fucking job, my day job. God damn. I work with special need kids, and oh boy, they're really yeah, really trying to fuck us over. Maybe here we have a bit of a snow. Actually, put a bit of a snowy. Snowy tip there. Nah, I don't like that. It goes against the enchantment. Do that, and then tip there. Bit of a tip. I don't know what the fuck a step it is, but I kind of like the color. Is this okay? We're going to cover the center with this. So I like that. For this sort of area, a bit of open, not as much forestry. This desert sand color sort of stick around the edges here as well. A little bit out here. Not 100% desert. Let's get some grass. Yeah, I'm gonna get some grass. Boosh. That, and then maybe just that forest color. Get some of that vibrant stuff around here. Maybe not as vibrant, still sort of greenish. Color this bottom around here like that. Some of that jungle coloring around this area. Velocity will bring it down. Opacity will bring it way down. And get some wetland. want to essentially cover every bit we can. As much as we can. This area is definitely going to be a bit more green. That on the edges. Rub. Opacity will bring it down even lower. A little more jungle action, get it a little darker. Essentially trying to give some color variation to make this look a little more interesting. Oh, there we fucking go. A little bit of that marsh. Just get some of that marsh color to darken some areas. Of it look like a stain. We like that. We like that. There we go. Kind of like that look. Yeah, and then some of that. Some of this for outside influence. Banana. This shit is bananas. B-A-N-A-N-A-S. This shit is bananas. B-A-N-A-N-A-S. I know it's not Savannah, but I kinda like the sound. Okay. Darken some of that. Okay. Kind of like how that looks. I like it. I like it a lot. Nothing on the multi-stream chat. Nothing on the Kick chat. Big sad. We're still a little lonely. Still a little lonely. Get some ice. Pretty far down. Just a little bit of white powder too. Set a little bit of pole action. I'm gonna start by making these a saturation issue. There we go. There we go. I kind of like that. Yeah, quick and easy. And then now we get to paths. We're not gonna do those yet. We've done regions, which is like the black lines. Labels, symbols. Okay. Let's see. What kind of compass do we like? That one. We like that. What kind of other signs? Ooh, maybe something like that to denote the capital. We're gonna put major cities, and then we'll insert smaller cities, and then we'll insert where we are. Ba 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 ba. Any shows recently that people have been watching? I don't know. What is on? I'm still watching Supernatural. I'm still enjoying that. What season am I on? I'm in the season where Dean is supposed to go to hell. Still pretty early on. I think I'm on like season 3 or 2. Let me check. Yeah, season 3. And yeah, it's with what's her face? Lilith, when she enters the fray. She's just a little kid right now, but we don't like that. She's a little spooky, a little scary. Let's see, what other... Oh, let's start with some mountain ranges, actually. What do we like for mountain ranges? Let's use this one. And then we'll come in here. Oh, is it? Why are you coloring? Not asking you to color. Oh. Got down way low. I like that scale, but I don't like the fact that I can't. Okay, so maybe not brush. Get the scale up. This here, put that there. Put this here, put that there. It's because why is it coloring? Don't color. I don't want you to color. Some of the erasers. Fuck. Ah, shit. Shit. there. Why? I don't want it. Why does it color? I'm not sure. Brown texture. Kind of like feudal. Now we're gonna stay with that. What's that there? Why? Shit. Have that there. Vintage. We'll add that. Fuck. Okay, we'll just move some of these. Move that, move that. There, that there. This right here. That right there. And this right there. I like that. Then what up? What's another one we can throw in that one? Okay. Those. We got our mountain range to the north. Nice. We'll set up another mountain range here. Let's see. I want this to be pretty high, so we'll have that there. There. Have that there. This there. That there. That there. There. I noticed that your channel could benefit from some larger audience to help boost your streams. With the right support, you are earning up to $24 per hour on Kick. Wow. Thank you for the offer. Sounds like those 3,000 real followers aren't exactly live. And my viewer count didn't go up on here. Oh, it does show on here. Great. Doesn't really... My viewer count didn't really look to go up from the 2 viewers that I have on broadcasting that is telling me here. So I'm guessing you're a bot. So, not a fan of you. Not many people are typing into my chat. So, once the stream is over, I'm going to go over and I'm going to ban that account. I don't want any of that on my shit. I don't want it. I don't need it. There we go. We'll add some mini mountain ranges with these. That, and then do some of this. Yep, we'll do that. And then over here, let's add some natural defense to the Empire. I recently saw this show called The Water Magician. It's an anime. And I really liked the premise of it. It was kind of charming. I liked it. I'm hoping that it continues on. I did end up getting the light novel, so I will be reading that ahead because I like reading ahead. And so yeah, hopefully it's an entertaining show. I hate it when a show comes in with promise and something interesting, something new, something fun, and then it's just like I love Shield Hero and like the type of show that it wanted to be, but at the same time it's like I don't know, I read ahead. The show itself is probably good, you know, like the later season. I stopped watching them because I sort of read the book with the turtle and I stopped reading there. Why? Because I found it super fucking annoying that there was a recap in every fucking book, but you can't skip it. Like, there's no fucking bookmark to like, oh yeah, this is where the recap ends. Like, no, fuck that. Like, I want to end the recap. I don't want to fucking read it. I've read the book. I don't need that, right? And I hate that, so I stopped reading that one. But I am going to start reading the Water Magician one. Hopefully it's a lot better. Let's see. Got some mountain ranges going on. Let's get some forestation. Just some quick icons to denote forest. So we'll have this one here for the regular forest. We'll have that one there for the Grimhill. We'll add this one right here for the Emberhold. That one right there for the for the Nightshade, I think. And then this one up here, I always forget the name of that one. Maybe we go for that one. We go for No. Fucking. No. No. Fuck it. Maybe it is the one. And then right here, we're gonna put it where the big tree is, which I believe I want it to be closer to the north, and not that far away from the lake. We'll have it here. Yeah, okay. And that would essentially denote the different forests. For this one, we're going to give it a little bit more fun play there. And then what other forested areas? Let's of import. Oh, let's add one here. We'll add one here. Add a forest there. These are gonna be mainly these are just green areas, nothing really forested. Oh, and then we gotta have a forest or something denoting a forest. Maybe we'll have. Now this is pretty close by. Yeah, we'll keep that there. Maybe part of the forest extends to this area, and we'll just have that there as a separate kind of forest. Yeah, we'll have that. That'll be our forested areas. Let's go on to locations. Starting with, let's go for the red one. We're gonna put, where do we want the capital? Let's put the capital near the lake. Here. We'll put it actually over here. We'll put the capital right there. And then, oh yeah, that's a save. That's the capital. That's gonna be the only building there. And then for the rest, we're going to use these little ones. Actually, castle small, castle medium. We'll use these blue ones for the dukedoms, actually. So for the choir family, I believe I'll probably just make it up on the spot. No, I don't want to. I do have some stuff saved. Let me open it up. Nope, that's the wrong one. I guess desktop, maps, world map, continent, image document, Krita. I love Krita. I'm not a big fan of Photoshop, if I'm being honest. It's just not my thing. Oh, this is just a big map. Did I save? Exports. Acquire. Nope. I did have I made this one. Tabrea, which is right next to the Grimhill, part of the Rotbell Dukedom. I have a whole system. Don't worry. I saved it somewhere and I have it. But let's see. Cassia City. Yeah, let's start with that one. That is... Yeah, we'll call Cassia City like the main city of that one. Woo. Yeah, so let's see, where actually is it? So it's like over the bump, somewhere around here. Cool. Yep, that works. Cassia City. They'll also work. These things will also work as sort of markers for the actual thing here. So we'll put. Now I'm starting to double guess. Like a flag or something like that here. We could use this as sort of, yeah, this stand sign. Yeah, we'll use this to sort of get a thing for the specific region, I think. We'll use that. Yeah, we'll use this one instead. The colored one. We'll do that. We'll do that. And places that I know for sure are not going to be the location of major cities. We'll just have that to sort of denote what is in the area, and yeah, just general information on specific like states. I'm gonna be calling these states or territories, but essentially, yeah, we're gonna be using these as general information. How many, like, what major cities are in there? Anything of import, and stuff like that. If there's a local conflict or something going on, you know, be like, hey, this is going on and this is important here right now, or what is this area known for? What kind of environments is this area really? I'm gonna do it for all of them except for these, because these have their forest stuff. These are not settlements, so we're just gonna be doing this for settlements. And then for this one, we're not gonna do it either, because that's its own fucking, like, that is the thing. There, and then there. Okay. Yeah, I like that. Okay. And then I'm gonna get rid of that. Let's see. We'll denote paths later. Let's go for another red. This time medium. This will denote where the different. So there's different dukedoms. Let me. Fuck it. I guess we'll just do screen capture. Fucking screen capture. Fuck it. So yeah. So this is the original idea for the map. Just a little color coding and stuff like that. And essentially, yeah. So if we get rid of these, nope, these, and then just leave those. We'll get rid of that. No, we won't. We'll get rid of the color, not the lines. Okay. So essentially, here I'm gonna go ahead and move the chat a little inward. So here we see that each color coding denotes a different hierarchy of like lord that governs those lands. We have the imperial lands, which are these yellow ones. Then we have our dukedoms, Rotbell. Actually, let me hide these. Oh. So we have the Rotbell, which is this whole like border territory to the forest. Then we got the Lawford, which is this coastal, westward coastal sort of segment. We've got the Carwood, which is this sort of middle section. They're mostly going to be like agriculture kind of deal. And then we have the Choirs, which is this whole area. And then there's smaller lords and stuff that live within. However, we're not going to denote those as severely. We'll just do like I'll take some inspiration from like the some marquee territories, maybe. Yeah, I'll do some marquee territories, and then some earl and stuff like that. But the dukedoms are gonna be the bigger ones. I think we're gonna make the big castle, but instead of the red, we're gonna do blue, just to differentiate that. And then, yeah, I thought I had laid out where each of them sort of mained. World map, maps, map world. I guess I didn't. Oh, maybe is this one? Is it states? Oh, there it is. Okay, so this is Tabrea. Okay, so I have some states that so this is the Grimhill that I was mentioning. It's like segmented into different areas. I'll be making these into maps much like I'm making the continent. Their own little thing. So you open them up and it takes you to a different scene in Foundry. To where you can see this and it's got its own notes and stuff like that. I'm gonna be doing I got a lot of work ahead of me because my whole thing is that I want to essentially, oh yeah, these are notes for that. What I want is essentially to run D&D campaigns in this world, right? It doesn't have, and the reason why is because I'd like to have some continuity in the games I run, even if I lose a campaign or if it's just a little one shot or whatever, I get to sort of build upon something, and I like the idea of that, of building on something continuously. It might not be the most interesting or like the best or whatever, right? But it's mine and I like it. So that's what we are. That's my plan anyway. And so yeah, that is the plan. Let's see. So right now, where were we? Oh yeah, we were placing markers. So, so for Tabrea, yeah, we're gonna. Oh, actually, no. For the dukedom. So the dukedom is for Rotbell. Is that up there? Okay. I need to close that out. Okay. So it's all this. Where would I like the capital of this dukedom to be? I feel like not too close to the Grimhill. This feels a bit dangerous. Not super viable. Maybe here near the neutral zone, since it's part of this. It's got a bunch of river sort of easy water flow kind of deals. and it still has access to a big chunk of this massive sort of oceanic river water flow, and it's protected, by this fort, which isn't really too dangerous. Obviously, we're not going to put it up against. We're not going to put it up against the border. That seems a little foolish. So instead, I think what we're going to do is we're going to put it right here, and it gives us the option of coming up with a cool name that denotes being in between all these waterways. So that's where the dukedom capital for Rotbell, essentially the Rotbell estates and all their sort of power centers around. Everything else, that's part of the thing. For the choirs, this one of my players actually decided to be a little bit of nobility, and I was like, all right, cool, what's your last name? Choir, great. He decided to go with a bit more of like angelic themes, more Christian sort of Evangelion type of deals. His name is Lucius, and all his family members are named after angels, which I think is pretty fucking sick. And choir is just, it's perfect. Yeah. That. It bothered me that it wasn't the same size. Cool. Where should we put this? I was always thinking of either one of these. And I did have them as coastal. So I think I'm going to put them over here, because they still have access to over here, and they're still sort of centered around their land. So yeah, we're going to put the choirs, we're going to set them up on this sort of, what are they called? When a landmass connected by a thin piece of like just land. It's not quite here, this is pretty thick. It'd be more akin to something, I know there's like maybe here. I forget what it's called. But essentially, yeah, we're gonna put the choirs there. And then let's see, what are the dukedoms do we have? We got two more, the Lawford and the Cartwood. Let's go with the Lawford. I'm thinking in here, so in here. I'm thinking in here. Maybe. Actually set them maybe closer to here. Nah. Yeah, we'll set them here. Not necessarily in between two, but centered around this and that. Yeah, I kind of like that. We'll do that. And then lastly, the Carwoods. Oh, that's easy. Well, oh, no, it's not. Because I like this crossroad, but I kind of like this one over here as well. They're a little too close to there. Maybe just cut it in the middle. Place it right here. Yeah. Feels like they set up nicely between two nexus. We'll have it right here, actually. And yeah, so those are the dukedoms. That is their territories and like their like home bases. Now we'll go on this green smaller one. Well, actually, make the empire a bit larger. Yeah, we'll have it there. I like that. Okay, now we got the smaller building. These are going to be actual capitals. of per state, like major cities. So we're gonna start with Cassia City here. We're gonna do another. This one may not have a major city. If they have a major city, like a metropolitan type of area, like a large city of trade, we'll place one. So the Raphael has Cassia City. They also have right here. Yeah, because it's close to the Emberhold. They have right here. I forget. There was. I have a name for a town that was close to the Emberhold. We'll have that there. Oh, the Druids. We'll actually make a big castle for the Druids. Actually, no, the Druids are right here. That is their main stuff. We'll differentiate them. We'll put castles as well. But to denote the different, whatchamacallit, different circles. So, we'll put one here. Put one here. Put one here. I have. I'm gonna have to look it up again. No, I don't. I opened it again. Well, I get to show you guys where we actually played the game on Foundry, real quick. Game Master, not Game Master. That is where players are at right now. We'll activate this. Let's go ahead and pause all this. Journal. My compendium journals. Four? Yeah, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Where the fuck? Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll place one more. We'll place it right here. 5. So, I'm still not sure where. I know the Circle of Land is probably going to be up here. The Circle of Evolution probably be over here. Circle of, yeah. Let's go through this. Circle of Dragons. We'll probably have to stick. That I'm not sure. No, Circle of Dragons will go up here, up in the mountains. Circle of Land, we can keep that over here since there are more protectors and shit. Circle of Moon, Elements, Evolution. Circle of Elements, we'll keep it here. Moon, and then the last one over here, I forgot what the fuck it's called. Evolution. Yeah, we'll do that. That is for our Druids. They get special treatment just because they're that fucking powerful. And essentially, yeah, you have different factions. So you have same size. It is. So essentially, you have what is the Empire. You have the fuck. It's the Academy. I'm almost calling it the Academy, but it has an actual name. The Aurora Academy. I was like, I know it has something to do with the pretty lights that you see. The Aurora Academy. It's right here, and we'll actually. That there. The Aurora Academy. You have the Empire, the Academy, the Druids, the Hags, and then every like nomadic thing down here, right? That is what we've got. Let's see. We have Cassia City. We got this city that deals with like monster hunts and shit like that. There's a major city. We'll put it right here. Yeah, we'll put it right there. It's like a trade city, or not a trade city, but a city that does a lot of stuff here. We want to put major cities along good trade routes. So we'll put one here along this river and connects to the shorelines. We'll put another one down here, I guess. And then we'll definitely put one here and put one here. There and there. Definitely. Those are major hubs. Another city here. And these, we'll keep them. These are all imperial cities. Not this one. And then here, we'll put one here. Some trade route here. You gotta put one there. Put one there. And put one here. All this means is I'm just giving myself more homework to do. We'll put one here coastally. One there. And some of these aren't necessarily like super major cities, just places of note, right? Places of higher importance than just your run-of-the-mill city or town. Like these are actual like major trade route type of deals. That's the idea anyway. We'll put one here, actually. There's a good vine. Yeah, you like that? We like that. Okay. Yeah, so we've got capitals. We got major settlements. We've got a post here denoting information about the area specifically. Yeah, we'll do it for fucking the academy as well, I guess. Let's scroll down. Just to denote the environment as well, not just the academy itself. Put it right there. Oh no, that might be a little too close for my players when they click. We'll put it right here. No, I don't like that. Put it right here. Better. And down here, these are not known. We're not gonna bother. Oh, forgot. There is a special spot here. This is a special place for training, not necessarily for trade. This is a very much a choir family thing here. Yeah, okay. We should get, I should probably draw some river, actually. River tool. There we go. Maybe a little less width. There we go, I like that. That. I like that. Also means I get to put another city. Who wouldn't want a trade route along this area? Yeah, we'll put it there. And then instead of putting that down there, we'll put it up here and get rid of this one. There you go. We'll do that. Okay. Now we're on to paths. Let's go ahead and save this, actually. Oh, okay. I'm liking how this is turning out. So we've got major cities, we've got major settlements. A lot of cool shit. Move this over here. Oh, yeah. We're liking that a lot. Yeah, we like that. Another thing that damn, I'm just really tired today, actually. Let me check. Actually, before I do that, we're gonna go back to just the app being looked at. Okay. I don't want to show y'all my Discord, 'cause I'm a little shy. I don't want y'all to really know it, even though there's nobody here to fucking copy it. Okay, just looking for notifications and shit. I really am tired though. Like, y'all, I'm pretty sure people have had like the boss that's like, oh, last minute, oh, by the way, you're doing this. It's like, well, fuck, man, some fucking heads up would have been nice. But no, I guess we don't really do that. We don't really do that in the land here. Move this over here, actually. Oh, maybe not. Just there. Why does it blend in so well? There we go. There you go. I think we'll do one for the water, actually. Let me see. Do one up here. Do that for just maybe a bit of a key kind of deal. And then yeah, we'll have that, just a bit of a journal, like explaining the map and its happenings. Yeah, I like that. Major settlements, major settlements, major pathways. Now we just do major pathways, like major trade routes. And it should be good to go. Holy shit. Damn. I really am a little bit tired. I'm a bit tired. Dude, dealing with special ed kids, it's a living. Anyway, you probably just heard me close my fucking my little Yeti. I think that's what they're called, right? Little Yeti, just a fucking fat water container. Yeah, it's wild, man. Having so much fucking responsibility with these kids, and then the compensation isn't really that great either. But I don't know, man. My boss is just fucking us over. We got a classroom that doesn't really suit the needs of our kids. They keep stockpiling kids with not enough personnel to really look after them like they need to. It's a nightmare, man. And it's just sad. Like, some people just don't care. Like, these kids need the help, and like, I'm down to help. Like, I love working with these kids. I really do. I like it. But like, I told my coworkers, I was like, yo, if one of y'all leaves, I'm fucking gone. Like, they don't pay me enough to fucking stick around like that. And this will probably be my last year doing it, if I last the whole year. So, by the time spring break rolls around, I'll be like looking out for jobs and shit, and then by the time during May, I'm not gonna renew my contract, and then I'll just be looking at different stuff. I'll probably go work at like Border Patrol or something. Just do fucking maybe TSA. I don't know. I don't mind. TSA would be pretty cool. It's over by the airport, and then getting out of the airport, there's some cool spots to go to. And then Central's not too far off. Probably be good for me to get out a little more. Don't really go out often or much at all. Not really. I mean, I've gone out, but it's weird. I'm not a really big go out kind of person. Jesus. Yeah, I'm tired. Yeah, I guess we're gonna take a bit of a break from doing what we were doing, and let's just talk some bullshit. Let's see. Was watching Avatar: The Last Airbender a couple days ago. Had a conversation with a friend of mine talking about how Legend of Korra really fucked up. Like seriously, like she's just not as memorable. The side characters, even the villains, aren't as memorable. The only one that comes anywhere near the memorability, if that even is a word, memorability. Uh, if somebody even comes close to being as memorable, it's just Zahir, and it's just because he beat the shit out of Korra, and I rooted for him. I'm not gonna lie, I was rooting for Zahir, um, when he fought Korra, but yeah, it's just a lot of wasted potential. And then I heard that season 2 of The Last Airbender is coming out. I haven't seen season 1. I have this thing where just animated shows are meant to be watched in animated version. I'm not a big fan of live action, but I heard the show's good. Like, it's not bad. And they're coming out with the season 2, and they've got Toph in there. And I'll be looking forward to that, I guess. Like, I think I am gonna watch the show, the live action. I'll probably watch it after the stream ends. And yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. Because I am, again, it's one of my favorite shows, and just the fact that they're adapting book 2, which is awesome as well. And it's supposed to take place in Ba Sing Se, which, I mean, there's no war in Ba Sing Se, so I don't know why they would go there. Wink, wink. But yeah, it'll be fun. I think with the way that shows and movies are being made today, I'm a bit worried. Not a little. I'm actually quite worried that they're just gonna fuck it up. I know that some people had some issues with the way they did Sokka in the show, in like the live action show. It's not the same Sokka, which is it's not good vibes. That's all I'll say. It's not really the best vibes to go into a show with, knowing that one of your favorite characters is not being represented properly. But at the end of the day, what can you do, right? I'm just an observer. I got no real power. It's just I got the power of one. Even now, I'm streaming, but I still got the power of one. Because nobody's watching, and so the best I can do is just persuade friends and family, and, talk to them about my likes and dislikes. Like last week, I went to go watch Superman, and I enjoyed it. I thought it was a good movie. It was fun. The plot, like many people say, is fucking paper thin, but who gives a shit, right? It's a superhero movie. Not everything's got to be a fucking Winter Soldier kind of deal where it's like, oh shit, like it's fucking it's out of this world. Like it's a really good plot and it makes sense. Like it's great. Sometimes you just go to a movie just to have fun. You just go to a superhero movie to enjoy the movie. Like there doesn't have to be this overarching like introspective view of everything. Like not everything has to be a fucking not everything has to be a Christopher Nolan fucking Oppenheimer film, right? Like it's not everything's an Oscar winning film. Sometimes, again, I also don't like the Oscars, sort of this whole thing of like you gotta win awards and you gotta do this to please. So, like, no, just make something fun, right? Like if you make something fun, if people will go and they'll watch it, and it doesn't have to be good, it just has to be fun. If you show me a video of a cat doing something stupid, that's not smart, that's not like enlightening. It's just a stupid cat and it's fun, it's hilarious, right? But I don't know, it looks like some people just don't get it, and it's disheartening. It really is. Not being able to enjoy certain shows because a lot of people in the industry try to force themselves into different projects. It's just not it's not what I go to a movie or a show to watch. Like it's really disheartening to see that a lot of writers think that they have to sort of educate. You're in the film industry, dude. Like you're not here to educate. Like even war films that are based on true stories, they're not there to educate, they're there to entertain. They'll take like the Desmond Doss movie, I forgot what the name of the movie was, but the Desmond Doss story where the dude is a conscientious objector in World War II, and fuck, now I'm trying to think of the name of the movie, but essentially like, he's a conscientious, if that's how you say it, objector, and he essentially doesn't want to carry a weapon into World War II, right? It's an American soldier. He's like very like Christian faith and love the guy. Like he's skinny as shit. He wanted to be a medic, and so he went in. There was a whole thing of him, not getting court-martialed for not wanting to use a weapon and stuff like that. And so he did end up going into war without a weapon. Turns out that the dude in Japan, I forget the name of the battle, or like the place of the battle, but the dude ended up saving fucking dozens of lives. Like I think maybe almost 100. I'm not sure. I'll have to look it up. I don't want to because I'm just rambling right now. But he ended up saving so many people, right? And it's like some of that was bullshit. Like he didn't kick a grenade and then that's how he got out of the war. No, they succeeded and then he kept on going to different deployments, right? Like, and then people would bring down the Japanese and like they'd shoot them downstairs, obviously at some point. But like, the amount of stuff this man did, some of it didn't even get put in the movie because it was so, people would think it was unrealistic, even though it actually happened. Like certain different things. I don't know off the top of my head. I just remember that quote being from that movie, and that movie was not 100% real. It's not to educate you about his life, although it does to a certain extent. It's like, and I think. No. That I'm thinking of a different soldier, actually. But essentially, like the dude, the movie's made to entertain, right? And if it's not entertaining, then you can't educate anybody. Like in the Desmond Doss film, like you can't educate anybody on this war hero. It's like, oh, cool. Like if you want to learn about a war hero, don't make a boring movie and then be like, this is the name of the guy. Like I hope you enjoy the movie. No, fucking that's. If you want to make a boring film, make a documentary. You know what I mean? Like, those shits are boring sometimes. A lot of the times, they're boring. Unless it's a topic that you really want to learn about, they're boring, right? They're there to inform you. That's the film made to inform you. If you're making a movie, like, for a cinema, if you're making a show for general audiences, you're there to entertain. You're not there to sort of lecture people. You're not there to send a message. You're not there for anything. Nobody cares about the writer. What they see is the actor. What they hear is a director. They might hear about the writer if they directed, right? But like at the end of the day, no one gives a shit about you because nobody knows you. Much like nobody knows me. Like nobody gives a shit about what I gotta say right now because nobody's fucking watching me, right? But I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say, and I'm gonna do the best I can to garner an audience and entertain some people, because that's evidently what I want to end up doing. And doing this sort of stuff, just to sort of hang out with people, it's great. I enjoy it. I think we can have entertaining conversations with people. If I pull in a friend, we can fucking rant on about so much shit and just be entertaining, right? Like people love to hear other people be genuine. I've never met somebody that's not genuinely who they are, that is in no way intriguing. If you tell me that you like, I don't know, if you like furniture, I don't give a fuck about furniture. But if you sit there and you're like telling me all this cool shit that you know about furniture, I'll be like, oh shit, like that, you genuinely care. Like you actually care about this shit and you're learned and you're enthusiastic about your wording, about what you're saying. I want to listen to you. Like I'm not gonna retain most of this. I'm not gonna remember it, but like it's entertaining in the moment. Like I want to listen to it. You know what I mean? It's like, and then there's other stuff like there's this podcast called the Unsubscribed Podcast. You guys should definitely go watch it. If anybody sees this VOD and hears this part of the of the video, definitely go watch the Unsubscribed podcast. There's a guest on the show. He goes by Habitual Line Crosser. I forget the guy's name, but he's a veteran and he used to work with like missiles and shit. And every time he comes on, they have this thing where like they call it the TISM, like their autism or whatever. Like the TISM is ticking, and I love listening to people's tisms, because it's like, oh, you know so much about something, and in the case of habitual line crosser, his fucking tism is knowing a shit about rockets and like propulsion devices and shit like that, right? I look, I find that shit super interesting, and when I hear somebody talking about it that knows their shit, it's even more interesting. So it just elevates when you're interested, genuinely interested about something, and you write about it or you learn about it, right? Like if you're interested in in romance, if you're interested in that kind of story, but let's say maybe you haven't had the experience that you would like your character to have, fucking go out and learn about it, right? Read some books to sort of garner an idea of what works, what kind of presentation works with audiences. Go out in the real world, fucking do your best, do some one-on-one research, right? Sorry about that. A little bit of a technical issue. But yeah, go out, do your own research. Like, fucking talk to some bitches. I don't know. If that's what you want, like, try to understand, like, genuinely. And when people see that you're genuinely, like, passionate about something and you're not just lecturing at them, that you're actually putting in the effort to sort of entertain, people will listen, and people will, for the most part, enjoy it. There's gonna be people that are like, I don't give a shit, like, what the fuck, like, your shit's boring, you're boring in the way and that criticism is fair. If how you're saying things, if how you are presenting things, people think it's boring or stupid and they don't want to listen, fucking listen to them, listen to the criticism. A lot of it is gonna be noise, but there's some truth to what people are saying. There's a quote, I forget fucking people's names. I suck at it. But there's a quote that I heard somewhere that's like, people don't know what's wrong with the product, but they'll tell you there's something wrong with it, and you should listen. Something like that, right? It's like me making an animated movie, or making a model, right? Making a figurine, or something like that, right? If I make something and people are looking at it, it's like, I don't know, man. It looks kind of weird. Like, I'm not really feeling it. It's like, do you have any like feedback? And they'd be like, I don't know, man. It's just not really feeling like, I don't know, like it's a little boring or something like that. But like, it's in general terms like that, right? And so people will often give you those kind of critiques, and they're bullshit, right? Like, you fucking hate them, I hate them. Like, it sucks to hear that because there's nothing to work off of, but you should still take that because there's obviously something you're not seeing. And being able to screen things, this is why people playtest, this is why you show your work to people other than your friends, because your friends are always going to be like, yo, that's fucking cool, maybe a little here and there, whatever, but they're going to obviously try to gas you up because they're your fucking friends, right? Or at least they should, I hope. And then if they're real fucking friends, they should tell you, yo, this kind of sucks, and this, you should probably change this, if they know what they're talking about. That's always helpful. But not everybody has the luxury to have that. So again, back to the point of movies and films of nowadays, and why I'm a little worried about season 2 of The Last Airbender. People don't know how to write. People don't know how to take criticism. People have a problem with just overall connections. Like, we live in a world where, with the internet, where everybody's more connected than ever, but nobody's interacting with each other. At least not in any meaningful ways. Not really. I mean, seriously, like, if you think about it, how many people do you guys know that actively try to meet up in person and aren't just online friends, right? Like, I have a bunch of like online friends and shit, like, but do I plan on meeting them anytime soon? No, right? And I hope we continue to be friends for a while. Like, I enjoy we play D&D together. Like, I love that, right? But I myself in person, there's not that many people that I fucking know or care for. right? Other than immediate friendships and family. And it's like even them, I don't really go out of my way to see that much. But when we do, it's a blast, right? And I guess what I'm trying to get at is people need to live outside of themselves. I'm trying to do that as well. Like, I'm not comfortable with this streaming shit. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm just here rambling, talking to myself, trying to be entertaining in my rants, trying to at least say something that is worthwhile hearing, and hopefully I can learn a little more about social media, which I hate. I fucking hate social media. It's the most, I hate it. It's just stupid, right? Like, I don't post hardly anything. I don't really use it. The only thing I use it for is just to look at memes and send messages to friends that I don't have the phone numbers to. That's it. Like, I don't really interact with social media that much. The most I do is I'll leave a fucking comment on a YouTube video or on a shitty Reddit post where I'm just asking about video like games that I like and stuff that I like. It's just like, hey yo, I'm having this trouble, and like, anybody got any tips? Just stuff like that, right? Like, I don't interact with people online really that much. Now, it's not to say that I don't interact at all, right? Like, I'm definitely online a lot of the time. Oh, I should probably name like the enclosed body of waters. Sorry, just a bit of. I just had a bit of a moment there. I should do those though. Should do that. And so yeah, it's like if you can't take criticism, if you can't look outside of yourself, if you can't understand, if you can't dissect your own work, you're never gonna improve. Your movies are gonna continue to be shit. Your project is gonna still continue to be shit. You're gonna continue to be a boring person or an asshole even. Like, being able to look outside of yourself and take a look at your actions, that's growth right there. That's what it means to grow as a person, right? If you can't grow as a person, you can't be entertaining. You can't aspire to what people would like to see, because you don't know how to do that for yourself. How can you do that for somebody else, right? So I don't know, I've been rambling for quite a while. I think we'll go back and then mark up some things. We'll probably come up with some names. Kind of want to come up with some names. We'll denote the marquees and the earls in, like, when we zoom into the specific territories. That's when we'll like divide and mark specifically where each area falls into. Yeah, we'll do that. Yeah, I love the look of this map. I don't know about anyone else, but I like how the way this map looks. It's nice, it's simple, and I can't wait to add more shit to it. I plan on adding more like main roads of travel and shit. I'll even add a whatchamacallit. Fuck, what's the name of it? Like different like dungeons. I'll put like a little cave thing, like, oh yo, this is like a major dungeon, kind of deal. Go here and stuff like that. I'll maybe put like 3 major dungeons, and then once we zoom in, we'll put like different little areas for like adventuring and shit. Or we'll just have like open areas, right, where it's essentially untamed land, but not really. It's just simply like, obviously the population's not gonna take over 100% of the area. That's stupid. Humans don't work that way, right? So there's obviously a lot of land to cover, and there's a lot of shit that can happen in between roads. There's obviously a lot of hidden stuff that I won't be able to do on this main map, but I can always update it for whenever my players do find stuff like that. But other than that, I think, let me go ahead and add symbols. That there, put this here, put that there, put that there, put that there. Put this here, actually, right there. We'll put this here. Put that there. Put that there. Yeah, we'll just have two separate oceans, like boom, boom, and then, yeah. Have this here, this here. Just like sort of enclosed areas. Yeah, like this enclosure, this sort of enclosure, and then this sort of enclosure. Boom, boom, boom. This sort of part right here, obviously here and here, like, yeah. And then up here, we don't know. This is a mystery. We're not gonna fuck with this. The only thing they know is that there's mountains here. And they're scary. And nobody can get past them. Nobody at all. But yeah. I like this. We're gonna go ahead and I think we'll call it here. I'm gonna go ahead and save. Let's capture the screen. Saved. Okay, it doesn't show my Discord, which is nice. But I am gonna close it. This is my D&D game. Welcome. This is the main menu. It's cool, huh? I can go here. It does that. Look at that. I like it. And they can choose their like different swords. That's one of my players. Another one, Lucius, and then Tico. They're all pains in my ass. Who might this be? This one of their villains. Oh no. And then the realm here, it doesn't, button doesn't work, but this is where the main map that we're making is gonna be. That's where it's gonna be. And then this is a Gandalf quote. I love it. One of my favorite fucking. It's my favorite fucking trilogy, like my favorite story, Lord of the Rings. And yeah, this is supposed to be where. Oh, I love this. This one right here. This is not an actual. I don't know if it's an actual person or not, but if it is, I'm sorry. I used AI. I don't plan on streaming this game. I did not create any of this art. This is all AI. I did not create any of this. Only the characters and the story. But I don't plan on streaming this game. One, because there's some art here and I don't want to. There's some AI art stuff here and I don't want to fucking, fuck with shit. Not this early on. I do like AI art. I'm always going to use it. Unless I need something severely specific from somebody that I know can do the work and I can pay. But yeah. And then here's my thingy. Yeah, we'll save. Statement. Yeah, we'll save. Cool. And here's my background. Yay. But yeah, that I think we're gonna end it there today. Let's go into the intermission. And so yeah, this is where we will end it. I'm gonna go ahead and call it a day. I think I am going to just do the bald VTuber for now. Just again, I need to have something to react to. I want to play games on here. I want to have some fun. like other than just doing the general stuff that I've been doing, get some more traction going, get some more views out there, and okay. Thank you for following. Okay. Hey, thank you for following T190. I hope you're not a bot. But if you are, then thanks for the follow, I guess. It just gets me to more, possibly. I don't know. I don't know how followers really work. But T190, whenever you are streaming, add me on Discord. I will not be doing that. Because I do not wish to get hacked. Also, my view count did not go up, so I have a feeling that you didn't really watch it when you're actually a bot. But hey, I'll take a bot view, a random view anytime I can, right? Anything to get the word out. Anyway, next, I don't want to say next stream, but maybe next stream we'll work on just transferring our model as she is, just bald. Might even give her just one of the default hairs just to give her some hair. Actually I get paid tomorrow, so I might buy that hair pack, just give her one of those default hairs for the time being, and then just give her some generic clothing for her to wear, something nice, or depending on how much it costs, I might be able to get an outfit already there before I do the one that I actually plan on making, because I do have art for an outfit that I'm gonna have her wear, and it looks great. The artist that I'm working with, she is incredible. She's been doing some cool work, and I thought she was just drawing it. No, she actually went in there and did a 3D model of it, which is great. Because then if she sends me that 3D model, then I can essentially overlay it onto my chick and trace it, and it just makes my life a lot easier, right? But yeah, so, oh boy, yeah, that is where we are at. Yeah. So, I guess tomorrow we will. Yeah, I think we'll do that. Tomorrow we'll go ahead and transfer. Make sure that we'll do some testing to bring over from Blender over to Unity and do that whole transfer thing. We'll follow a YouTube video. I'm not gonna hide that. We're gonna follow a YouTube video to make sure that everything is done correctly, so we can bring it into VC Studio, and we can finally have a little avatar that we can look at. I was working on the little robot guy, but I don't really want to work on stuff that I don't feel good working on, so I'll probably go back to him at a later date, when I have a better idea of a design that I want to do. But for now, I wasn't really liking his design, and I was having trouble with some stuff. I'll ask some friends for help on inspiration on how to get some blend shapes to work properly, to do certain expressions and stuff that I wanted to do. Because it's all blend shapes, like to do expressions and stuff, it has to be blend shapes from my understanding. So yeah. And then with the model that I'm going to be using, the Rio, not real, RIO, with that model, I can always go back and tweak her expressions and then just do the process again, update her. But at the very least, for right now, I have something that works. I have a rigged model. I have an expressing model. I can give her clothing right away, and I know I can get her some hair. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It might be a stiff hair. I'm not sure. I'll probably get the hair and then look up how to rig hair and do that, and then do the whole thing. I'm not sure. We'll think about it as it goes on. But yeah, we might do that tomorrow. We might do that Thursday. I'm not sure. In the meantime, we are going to end stream. And I will see you guys, whoever watches this VOD, hopefully somebody, laters.